Hey guys, what's up? This is the Pound 99 FM here, and today I'm going to be unboxing another Apple USB Superdrive. I got this Apple USB Superdrive at Best Buy for about $83. It's the same Superdrive that I unboxed before that one of my other subscribers was generous enough to get me one of these about 3 months ago. So I am unboxing another one of these Apple USB Superdrives, and it's the same thing as the other one, so there's no difference. But that was 3 months ago, so I'm just show you all around the box because that's what I do. So this is the front, and you put the CDs inside that slot loading thing. And then you go on the Mac and you hit eject, and the CDs come out. And it says USB Superdrive right there. And that's the front of the thing. It doesn't have a little eject button, so you have to go on the Mac and eject it through the stop menu up top. There's a stop bar up top, and you hit the little eject on the right hand side. And you eject the CD like that. There's a command also to eject the CD, but I don't know the command to eject the CD. Oh no, wait. What am I talking about? You can eject the CD if you hit eject on the wireless keyboard. Yeah. What am I talking about? Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I just thought about that right now. Yeah, so you can do it two ways. You can go in the stop menu on the right side and hit eject, or if you have the wireless Apple keyboard, you can hit the eject and the CD will eject. There is no eject button on the Superdrive. So this is the front, and this is the side, the Apple logo right there. And this is the other side, the Apple logo right there. And this is the back. This is how they tell you how to do it right now, like that. You just, all you do is you just put the CD in and you connect the USB cable to the MacBook Pro or the PowerBook G4 or any Mac you want. You just USB cable, boom, you're done. And this is the bottom of the Apple Superdrive right there, and this is the top of the Apple Superdrive right there. Now, why did I get another one of these? Well, I have an Apple Superdrive on my Power Mac G5 as a secondary hard drive, but you might say, wait a minute, the USB cable is too short, it won't stretch that far. Yes, the USB cable is too short, it won't stretch that far. So I had to go out and get a USB extension cable and plug one end of the extension cable onto the USB plug, and then the other end of the USB plug was long enough to reach the Power Mac G5 computer. Because this Apple Superdrive, the power cable is only about 3 feet to about 2 feet long. It's really not that long. It's about 3 to 2 feet long, maybe a foot long. I don't know, but it's really short. So that's what I had to do. Now, why am I buying another one of these if I only have one? Well, my iMac 2009, the Superdrive, if you saw my video, my Superdrive in my iMac 2009 broke. Let me get the thing. Okay, as you can see here, this is the Apple Superdrive that was in my iMac. The Superdrive is made by Sony. The Superdrive is made by Sony right there. See that? It's made by Sony. In 2009, May 2009. It was made in Malaysia, and the Superdrive is made by Sony. Japan, Sony, DVD, CD, rewriter drive. So this is the Superdrive that was in my iMac. As you can see, it's in really bad condition. It's all messed up. So what happened was I went to go copy Mrs. CD onto my, I went to go burn an album onto my iTunes library, and I put the CD in, and it burned on the iTunes library. So then I ejected the CD, and it wouldn't eject. It just would not eject at all. It just wouldn't come out. So I had to open up the damn iMac, take it out, and all that stuff. And I put a laptop hard drive inside of the iMac Superdrive. So to clear this up, I have a 3.5-inch SATA PC hard drive that is for PCs as the main hard drive, which is about 1 terabyte. And then I have a secondary hard drive to go in replace of the Superdrive. So I got myself a external, I got myself a laptop 2.5-inch hard drive. So my secondary hard drive is a 2.5-inch laptop hard drive that goes into laptops. And I put the 2.5-inch hard drive in replace of the Superdrive, and I plugged it in to the power cable and the SATA cable. And the hard drive is about 500 gigabytes as a secondary hard drive. That's a 2.5-inch. As my main hard drive, it's a 3.5-inch SATA hard drive. Well, they're both SATA, but it's a 3.5-inch PC, desktop hard drive. It's a 3.5-inch desktop hard drive I have as my main hard drive, which is 1 terabyte, which is SATA. And then my secondary hard drive in replace of the Superdrive, like I said, is a 2.5-inch laptop SATA hard drive, and it's 500 gigabytes. So that's it. That's all there is to it. And if you want to, if you have an iMac and the Superdrive fails, and you just want to put a hard drive in replace of a Superdrive and just get an external USB Superdrive, you could do that. There's many tutorials on YouTube that can do that. I had the video done of me doing it, but my Canon camera, it messed up and it lost the video. And the video was about a half an hour long that I recorded it for you guys, but the video is gone, so I can't get that back to upload it. I wish I could, but the camera's messed up. It lost the video. So that's why I don't have the video to show you guys. But I just told you how to do it, so that's how you do it. How you do it is you just get suction cup, just get any suction cup, pull off the screen. There's 8 screws after you pull off the screen. Then you take out the 8 screws. Then you lift the screen out and you disconnect the isight camera and the microphone camera, and then you lift the screen out, and don't forget about, there's a cable down in the bottom of the screen too. You have to disconnect that too. Now you disconnect that, you take off, you take out the you take out, the pen, say this is an iMac. Okay, I'll do this. This is the good way to spin. Okay, this is the iMac screen. Pretend this is a suction cup. You take this suction cup and you put the suction cup on the screen. You lock it in the screen, and then you take the screen and you pull the screen off the iMac like that. You set the screen down. Then there's 8 screws around the iMac bezel. You unscrew all the 8 screws, and then there's an isight camera cable and a microphone cable that you have to disconnect. And then there's a cable down there. Depending on what iMac you have, there might be a cable down there or there might not. But I would check to make sure if there's a cable down there or not. You don't want to just take off this cable and then just lift out the screen, because you can pull the cable out of the socket that is on the motherboard, well, a logic board, because Apple calls it a logic board, but a motherboard, it's really the same thing. But after you take out the screws and disconnect the cable here and there, then you lift out the screen. You just grab it around the edges and you lift it out. And then when you lift out the screen, what happens is there is a Superdrive, like right here on the right side. There's a Superdrive. Then there's like 3 or 4 screws that's holding the Superdrive together. You have to unscrew all those screws, and after you unscrew all those screws, you then disconnect the power cable and the SATA cable. And then you lift out the drive, and then you can put the drive away. And then after that, you have to go on Amazon if you want to put a hard drive in place of Superdrive. If you don't want to do that, you can just put another Superdrive in place of it if you want to. But I didn't do that because I don't trust the Superdrives. These Superdrives are no good. They're not worth anything. It's better to replace it with a hard drive and get yourself an external hard drive. It's better in the long run. It's more safer, so you don't have to open up the iMac again and do it again if the Superdrive fails. So, after you do that, you have to go on Amazon and you have to get a 2.5-inch caddy enclosure. You order that on Amazon. Then what you do is you take the hard drive, you take the 2.5-inch hard drive, and you put it inside the caddy. You put it on the caddy. Like, you make sure it's securely on the caddy. Then after that, you then screw it in here and here and here and here. And then after you screw it here and after you screw it in here and here and here and here into the caddy, make sure that the hard drive, the label, this is important. Make sure that the label is facing up when you do it. Make sure the label is facing up when you do it, when you put in the hard drive. So make sure the label is facing up when you do it. Some people say face the label down when you do it, or some people say face the label up. I say face the label up so it can be better. So like the speeds can be well, not the speeds. Just I don't know why you have to do that, but you just have to make sure to face the label a certain way. Some people say face it down like that, and then the hard drive is like this, so you can see like the hard drive. And some people say face the label up like this. So I mean, I just say face it up, you know. So I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what way you face the label, but I always go for up, just so I can make sure everything reads the right way and I don't have any mess up. You know, that's why I face the label up. You know, so I do that. So then after you do that, you put the hard drive. Well, you put the 3.5-inch. Oh, I said 3.5-inch. You put the 2.5-inch hard drive inside the iMac, and then after you do that, before you screw in, you connect the power cable and the SATA cable to the 2.5-inch hard drive. Then after that, you just screw in the screws to the where the Superdrive used to go. You just screw in the screws where the Superdrive goes in how it see, this is hard to explain. How do I explain this? Okay, I'm trying to explain this so everyone can understand it. You just put the 2.5-inch hard drive into where the Superdrive went to, and you just screw it in to where the Superdrive went. You line up the screws and you screw it in, and then you plug the power and SATA cable before you do that. Then after that, what you do is you make sure everything is connected, and then you take the screen and you put the screen back on, and before you screw the screen on, you then make sure you connect the isight camera cable and the built-in microphone to the screen enclosure thing. On top of the screen, you make sure, because there's pins over here on the screen, so you make sure you connect the isight camera and the microphone camera to the screen. Then after that, it depends on what iMac you have, but you make sure you connect this the other cable down here below to the screen. Then after you do all that, all you do is you take your screwdriver and you just screw in all the 8 screws to the screen's bezel. Then after you do that, you make sure it's in there securely. Then when it's in there securely, you can take a cleaning tablecloth and wipe it. I say take a microfiber cloth. Then when you take the microfiber cloth, you make sure all the dust is off the screen. Then after you do that, you take the screen with the suction cup. You lift it up, and then after you lift it up, you put the bezel onto the screen. Then when you hear the bezel snap into place, you have to hear when you put. Okay, this is also important. When you put the screen on, when you put the I don't know what you call those screens. When you put those, well, I guess you'd call them Gorilla Glass. Yeah, Gorilla Glass. That's how you do it. So when you put those Gorilla Glass screens onto the LCD screen, you make sure that Gorilla Glass screen goes onto the screen and snaps into place. And after you hear it snap into place, you just give a little snap here, and a little snap here, and a little snap here, and snap here. You make sure it's in there. Then after you make sure it's in there really good, you then take the suction cup out. You unlock the suction cup. Then after you unlock the suction cup, you take the suction cup off, and then you turn the iMac on. And then what you do is you go to Disk Utilities in the Mac desktop, and you make sure that the secondary hard drive is set up as a Mac partition hard drive. You set it up as Mac OS Extended Journal, and you make sure it's set up as Extended Journal. And then when you set it up as Extended Journal, you then have formatted the hard drive. And after you format the hard drive in Mac OS Extended Journal, the hard drive should appear on the screen. Well, here's the thing: when I turned on the iMac, the hard drive already appeared on the screen. I just had to format it to Mac OS Extended Journal so I can use it as a secondary Mac hard drive. Now, I could have used that as an external time machine backup instead, but I just wanted that as a secondary hard drive to use it for my Mac, because I'm gonna get myself the Wi-Fi time capsule, which is a wireless router, and it has a 2 terabyte hard drive built inside the time capsule router. It's $300 at Best Buy. I'm going to get that wireless router, and I'm going to use the time capsule as a time machine backup for my for my mats. And it has a 2 terabyte hard drive inside, PC hard drive, one of those desktop hard drives. So expect that unboxing to be ready soon too. So to go with this unboxing, I'm not boxing this really really quick. I just wanted to explain that to you guys because I think in my mind that I did not explain that to you correctly enough, you know. So I just wanted to be clear and explain that to you, just so you guys can understand and get it, you know, in case you guys want to try it too. But I suggest before you try it, I suggest you watch some tutorials on YouTube before you try it, just so you can get a better idea of how it works. This knife isn't working. This knife isn't working. So I just wanted to explain that to you guys really quickly. And then cut the video, man. I am back. I just have to get a better knife to take the plastic off. The plastic wouldn't come off. So I'm gonna just open this for you. It's simple. All you do is you take this tab and you just lift off like that, and you just, there it is. You just open it like that, and that's the Superdrive. The only bad, well, not the bad thing. Well, I guess it could be a bad thing. I guess it's just a personal preference kind of thing. I just wish there was an Apple logo on top of the Superdrive. Like there should be a black Apple logo on top of the Superdrive, because you don't, you know, by looking at it, you don't know it's from Apple, because if you look at it like this, most people won't know that this is a Superdrive from Apple until they turn it around and see the Apple logo right there. Apple logo right there. So I think there should be Apple logo up on the top, you know. That's what I think, you know. Just so everyone can get a good idea of, you know, who is it made by. That's what I think they should do, you know. And then you just take off the plastic. I love Apple's packaging. They made some really nice packaging. Excuse me. They made some really nice packaging. I love this packaging. So and this is the cable I was talking about right here. See, it's like barely like 3 feet long. See, it's like barely 3 feet long. It's good enough for my iMac. It's good enough for my iMac because it supports in the bottom, the back of the iMac. But the PowerMac G5, I had to get a USB extension cable and connect this into the PowerMac G5. The USB extension cable clicks on to that, and then the other end goes into the PowerMac G5 in order to stretch, because it couldn't stretch down below like that. It was too short. So this is the Superdrive right here. It looks like that's the black logo right there. That's the front right there. This is the side right here. This is the other side right here. This is the front right here. And then this is the back right here. And then that's the Apple logo right there. So, yeah, it's a pretty good Superdrive. I love it. It's good. It was great, you know. And then this is the instruction manual right there, but I don't need that, you know. And that's the box. It's empty. It doesn't come with any Apple stickers, so no Apple stickers, but oh well. I only have plenty Apple stickers anywhere, so I really don't need Apple stickers and then the box closes like so, and there you go. You'll have yourself a Apple Superdrive box. So I just wanted to explain to you how you took apart that Superdrive, and I mean I took apart. Well, I took apart to get my CD out, but you know, all you do is you just screw there, screw there, screw there, screw there. You just unscrew it, take it out, like so, and the CD's in. You just get the CD out like that. So I just want to explain to everyone in more detail about how I took the Superdrive out of the iMac to replace it with a Superdrive. I wanted to show everyone how I did that by showing them this visual, because I think that people learn how they see. Like I know I learn better if someone showed me how to do it, like visually, not by telling, not by explaining it. I tried to explain it the best way I could, but I thought I would show everyone how I did it visually, like using like of what I had, you know, because I lost the video, the Canon camera lost it. So, but I will do more. If I have to do any more iMac or Mac upgrades, I'm gonna make sure I make the video so you guys can see this time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know that video was long, but I hope everyone can understand now how I took the Superdrive out of the iMac. I suggest, like I said before, you do this on your own. If you have to, watch a YouTube video online, and learn how to do it by watching a YouTube video. I tried to explain it to you the best way I could by showing you visually instead of doing it out the iMac itself. So I hope everyone can get that and understand how to do it from my perspective, at least. So I hope everyone has a happy Easter. Well, happy Easter anyways. I did make a 3.5-hour vlog. Well, I should say vlog. I did make a 3.5-hour vlog yesterday on Easter. So if you didn't see that, make sure you check that. That was really good. I was kind of wasted when I did that video. Vlog. I hope you guys enjoy that vlog that I made. And it was fun for me. I had fun doing it, so I hope you guys had much fun watching it as I had doing it. So it was really fun. And thank you for the guest stars, Brian, Molly, Derek. Thank you guys for joining into the vlog and making it lively and spunky up. I didn't know that you could join in. I didn't know that. Because that was my first time doing it, like I said, on my vlog. So now that I did it, I have a better understanding about how to do it. But it is kind of messed up still, because I can't see the comments coming in. So if somebody wants to comment on the video, if I'm live, they either would have to send me a text on my phone, or send me a text on Facebook, or tweet me on Twitter, you know, so I can see what they're talking about. You know, because you can't see the comments when you do a live video like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was long. I'm sorry about that, but I tried to do the best way I could do it. I'm gonna make these unboxings much shorter because they just seem a little too long to me. So I'm gonna make them much shorter next time around. So guys, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a happy Easter. Well, I hope you had a happy Easter. And thank you for watching this video. And if you got to the end of this video, say like, yeah, I got to the end, or just say like, I got to the end, or end, or something. Just let me know you got to the end, so I can so I can know who watched the whole thing. So thank you guys for watching the video, and thank you for 103 subscribers. You guys are awesome. And this is the Power 99 FM saying peace and stay classy, yo.